Tobi and Kemi have been married for 4 years. Things went downhill for them financially after Tobi lost his job as an IT consultant in Lagos, Nigeria. They had lived on Kemi's salary for the last 2 years, but it was very challenging. Kemi worked as an image consultant for a high-end fashion brand in Lekki. But quite frankly, Kemi did not earn much. Her earnings did not meet their financial needs. One evening, Tobi sat on the couch, watching Kemi sat on the opposite side of the couch in their living room. Her face was lit by the faint glow of her phone screen, her fingers scrolling endlessly. She was there, yet wasn't. Her world seemed locked behind a wall he couldn't breach. He stared at her, aching for the connection they used to have. Kemi, do you want to talk? I feel like we've been drifting. I'm fine, Tobi. Just tired, Kemi replied. But it wasn't just tiredness. This wasn't about a bad day or even a bad week. Kemi had changed. She shrugged off his hugs, flinched at his touch, and avoided his kisses like they were an inconvenience. Tobi couldn't remember the last time they had made love or even shared a meaningful conversation. The worst part was the silence, the growing void that consumed their once vibrant marriage. It wasn't just distance, it was absence. Kemi was pulling away, and Tobi didn't know why. At first, Tobi thought it was him. Maybe he wasn't enough for her, as things were currently rough for him. Maybe he wasn't being the husband Kemi needed. He felt uneasy at the fact that she had to provide for both of them. He decided in his heart to change this situation. He went about Lagos seeking for employment, but without success. He began cleaning more, cooking dinner, planning romantic evenings with the little savings he had. But every attempt was made with the same wall of indifference. Kemi would smile faintly, thank him, and retreat back into herself. Months later, Tobi began to notice suspicious moves. The signs and moves he couldn't ignore. The late nights, the locked doors, the way she disappeared for hours without explanation. And the money. Kemi, this isn't like you. Where is all this coming from? The car, the clothes, the spa trips. We don't have this kind of money. I told you, Tobi. Work's been going well. Can't I enjoy it without you asking questions? Questioning everything. Tobi, please leave me alone, Joe. Her tone shut him down. But Tobi couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The money didn't make sense. The distance didn't make sense. And the way she looked at him now like a stranger didn't make sense. Then came the night Tobi couldn't ignore. He lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Kemi nowhere to be found. He heard her voice from the other room, a laugh, soft and intimate. It was the kind of laugh that once made him feel like the luckiest man alive. Kemi, who are you talking to? No one. It is just the noise from the TV sets, Kemi replied. But Tobi couldn't let it go. That laugh, it wasn't for him anymore. It was for someone or something. And the way she shut him out only confirmed his worst fears. Tobi began watching her more closely. He noticed the way she always locked the bedroom door, the hurried way she ended her phone calls when he walked into the room. One afternoon, as Kemi was rushing out of the door, a receipt slipped from her purse. Tobi rushed and picked it up, his brow furrowing. The transaction was enormous, and the name on it was unfamiliar. Intimity Dynamics Limited. Intimity Dynamics? What the hell is that? Kemi wasn't giving him answers. So Tobi decided to find out for himself. Late one night, while she was out, he searched their home. Guilt gnawed at him as he rummaged through her things, but he couldn't stop. He had to know the truth. Behind a pile of sweaters in the back of Kemi's closet, Tobi found a small locked case. His hands shook as he pried it open. What he saw inside left him breathless. An AI-driven companion designed to fulfill emotional and physical intimacy needs? What the hell? The case contained a sleek metallic device glowing faintly, its surface smooth and alien. Beside it was a manual labeled Intimacy X, the future of love. The more Tobi read, the worse it got. This wasn't just a device. It was a replacement, a machine engineered to adapt to Kemi's emotions and desires, offering a perfect relationship experience. And then he saw the warning. Tobi was shattered and dumbfounded. His legs shook as he read the warning. That evening, Kemi came home to find Tobi waiting for her. The device sitting on the kitchen table. Her face turned pale. What is this, Kemi? What are you hiding from me? It's not what you think, Kemi said. Then tell me, because it looks like you've replaced me with this thing. Kemi then admitted everything. Months ago, Intimity Dynamics recruited me to test their products. They offered me a fortune, enough to fund the lifestyle that you could not explain. At first, it was just a job, but soon it became more. It listens to me, Tobi. It doesn't get tired or distracted. It just understands me and fulfills all my desires. It's a machine, Kemi. It's not real, Tobi cried. Don't you see what you are doing? You don't understand, Tobi. It makes me feel whole in ways I didn't know I needed. That night, while Kemi slept, Tobi took the device into the garage and smashed it. He thought he was saving her, saving their marriage. But when Kemi found out, by the morning, her reaction wasn't anger, it was grief. What have you done, Tobi? I'm saving us, Kemi. I am saving you. But Kemi didn't see it that way. To her, Tobi hadn't saved her. He destroyed the only thing that made her feel alive. What she did not tell Tobi earlier was that she could only get intimate with the device and not any other man. The device loses its functionality if she makes love to another man. And worst of all, if the device gets lost, stolen or damaged, that will be the end of her contract, which meant that she loses her job and returns back to poverty and lack. Days later, Tobi came home to find a note on the kitchen table. I can't live without it, and I can't pretend to be the woman you need anymore. I'm sorry. Kemi was gone. The woman he loved, the life they'd built, had been replaced, not by another man, but by something colder, more insidious. Tobi was left alone in the silence, haunted by the echoes of her laughter and the faint, pulsing glow of a machine that had stolen everything. Welcome to Heartfelt Stories. I hope you enjoyed this story. Now tell me in the comment section, what would you have done if you were Tobi? I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.